2006, Josh, so a considerable amount of time out of action.
Why don't you tell the folks at home, Brad, who this guy fought in his second professional fight?
Hector Lombard, I think? I don't know. Is that guy going to like to do anything with himself? Over the, who knows? Who knows?
I mean, taking Hector Lombard to decision back in July of 2006. It's crazy. I mean, from what I'm told from Mike Ravenscroft's coach down there at the Lions Den, he is very, very good when he's in the moment, has been taking a bit of time away from training, but apparently when he comes back and puts his mind to it, this guy's a serious force to be reckoned with. So you never really know what you're going to get, and I'm quite anxious to see what he can do here tonight.
Absolutely, Josh. You know, as we said, going 3 rounds with Hector Lombard, even the novice Hector Lombard. You know, back then, Lombard was just coming off a storied judo career, and obviously turned out to be one of the big talents of the MMA world over the past 4 years. So going the distance in what was a very, very old school fight. It took place on a raised platform, no ring, no cage, kumite style.
Yeah, one of the old guard, despite not perhaps having that deep of a record.
And here's his opponent, fighting out of the red corner from Jordan, Ihab Janeb.
And every one of our capacity crowd on their feet, it seems, for the arrival of Ihab Janeb. A familiar name, the Janeb surname here on Cage Warriors. He is, of course, the brother of Ihab Janeb, who made his professional debut here at Cage Warriors not too long ago. Ihab Janeb, I believe, the older brother, 36 years old. They call him the Bear, and you can see why.
Yeah, training a lot of jiu-jitsu, that really is this guy's staple. We saw it in one of his amateur fights all the way back at Cage Warriors Fight Night 1 in 2011. Picked up a good first-round guillotine there. He then made his professional debut at Cage Warriors Fight Night 2. And that was a slightly different story. Went up against the extremely muscled and now very well-known Muhammad Ali. Won by DQ that night after Muhammad Ali grounded him and then kneed him in the head twice and then soccer kicked him in the face. So not a great night for him that night. But, you know, he's still been training very, very consistently. A lot of jiu-jitsu, a lot of MMA. Obviously helping his brother, Ihab Janeb, prepare for all of his amateur and, as most recently, his professional fights.
Yeah, it's a huge, huge moment for Jordanian mixed martial arts when Ihab Janeb made his professional debut right back here at our last event in Jordan not too long ago. Got a lot of local media interest, a lot of fan interest, and it seems those fans are out in force now for the older Janeb brother, Ihab Janeb. Finding out the source, MMA, right here in Jordan, provided a number of very entertaining amateur fighters to us over the years, Josh.
Yeah, the Jordanians needing something to really turn their evening around here. A couple of the Jordanians in the final amateur fights not getting the nod, but Ihab Janeb seeing if he can get it done in the first of our pro fights here this evening.
Ihab the Bear Janeb, Mike Ravenscroft about to throw down in this light heavyweight attraction.
Well, fight fans, we are set to go. Once again, this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in officially 193 3/4 pounds. He brings an even professional record that stands at 1 victory and 1 defeat. Fighting out of Nantwich, Cheshire, England, here is Mike Ravenscroft. And next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Also a mixed martial artist, he stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in officially 201 1/2 pounds. He is perfect as a professional. 1 bout, 1 victory, and no defeats. Fighting out of and representing Amman, Jordan, here is the undefeated Ihab Janeb. Referee in charge of the action is Ricardo Mitchell.
Rich Mitchell About to get this one underway. Mike Ravenscroft from England in the black and camo shorts. Ihab Janeb in the cream compression trunks. Touch of gloves, and we are underway. Brad Wharton and Josh Palmer here in Jordan calling the action for you. A very calm, collected looking Ravenscroft.
And immediately Ihab Janeb looking for the takedown. Good double leg. And a good shuffle from Ravenscroft to find the cage.
Good cage awareness from the Englishman, but Ihab Janeb taking charge of this one, Josh.
Janeb trying to make himself very heavy on top here. Start making Ravenscroft bear a lot of his weight very early.
And the crowd here in Jordan going absolutely wild. It really is nothing like the Jordanian crowd, Josh. They're so passionate, so vocal.
Yeah, they really are, but Ihab Janeb trying to establish a position from which to strike here. Now looking to pass that knee. But he's got to keep the upper body of Ravenscroft pinned as he does so. Ravenscroft, well, he's looking to come out in a single, but see how that left hand of Janeb is going to kill that.
An interesting dilemma for coaches here in Jordan, Josh, to shout instructions to their fighters over this noise.
Yeah, it's something they're just going to have to deal with, I'm afraid. I did speak to Ihab's brother, Yazan, earlier, and he just said, you know, he's going to be so nervous cornering his brother here. But we'll see if they can actually get any instructions to him.
Well, Ihab Janeb has this fight right in his own corner. Perhaps going to take the back of Mike Ravenscroft here, Josh.
Yeah, Ravenscroft looking for a toe hold. He's going to have to watch his neck, though. Oh, sorry, he's looking to remove the hook.
Precarious position here for the Englishman.
I mean, it's a big... Oh, looking for the short choke. Ravenscroft is going to have to shake him off the top here. I can't quite see what's going on with the neck at the moment.
Needs to shuck his man off and come out the back doors as Mike Ravenscroft.
I mean, this is only one hook at the moment, so Ravenscroft can get some sort of escape going here, but this is exactly what Ihab Janeb will have wanted at the start of this fight.
Going to be wary of giving that neck up as Ravenscroft.
He's trying to stay on the back, but I think he might have just got a little bit high. You can see Ravenscroft's going to claw him round and take the top position here.
Ravenscroft going for the neck now, but Ihab Janeb with a single leg. A couple of nice elbows there from Ravenscroft.
See if Janeb can connect the hands together. If he does, expect Ravenscroft to be deposited to the mat fairly quickly. And a good reap for the single leg.
Ravenscroft still holding on to the neck here, but doesn't really have anything by way of a choke. Ihab Janeb just applying heavy pressure up against the cage, right in his own corner.
Yeah, I mean, this would be a perfect first round for him to settle him in. A lot of slow, methodical control on top, dominant positions. Nothing too explosive. Both these guys, I think, are probably going to be conserving their energy quite well at this point. As you can see, so much so that the referee is warning them for a stand-up.
Couple of deep breaths already there from Ravenscroft. Fighters have been warned by Rich Mitchell. Looking for...
Yeah, Kimura now.
Submission on the far side there, looking to rip that wrist and work for it, but...
Nice defense from Ravenscroft, grabbing his own leg, looking to walk his way out. And good job. Let's see if Janeb immediately looks to pass again. Lots of options here, over or under. Choosing the under.
Now, Ravenscroft staying busy, Josh. There's always a little punch or an elbow coming up from him, but really is domination in terms of grappling from Ihab Janeb.
Yeah, that was a very slow way to take it back, but it's done the trick. Neither one of these guys choosing to do anything too explosive right now. It's just a bit of a technical battle. Good work from Ravenscroft to clear the hook. So yeah, immediately going to this defensive turtle position. I mean, Janeb's choosing to stay mobile here by keeping the weight on his feet and the hip pressure off. I'd really like to see him drop a bit more weight through his hips onto the back of the hip of Ravenscroft.
Ihab Janeb just being warned there to direct his shots away from the back of Mike Ravenscroft's head.
Let's go.
Fighters again warned for inactivity. Final 20 seconds of this, the first of 3 5-minute rounds. Pretty much one-way traffic so far. in this light heavyweight contest, Josh.
It has been. Ravenscroft hasn't really been in too much trouble. He's been in some bad positions, but there's no huge threat of danger. You don't feel like Janeb is going to explode and lock anything in at any given time. He's not throwing huge strikes. It is a very good first round for him. He's certainly going to take it on the judges' scorecards. But a very relaxed pace.
Referee Rich Mitchell just talking to Mike Ravenscroft, warning him about grabbing gloves. We're going to take a look at some of the action from the first round now. It was a big leg kick to start things off from Ravenscroft, but countered with a nice double leg takedown from the Jordanian.
Yeah, and Janeb really just maintained that top position throughout this round. This is another good takedown to reap the leg away.
Brief Kimura attempt there from Ihab Janeb, didn't really come to anything. Ravenscroft using the cage to walk out of that bad spot.
And you can see here, Ravenscroft doesn't really look too bothered in this position. He's not even really carrying too much of Janeb's weight either, so probably a little nonplussed at the end of that one.
And the Jordanian crowd still making a lot of noise for their man Ihab Janeb. As we start this, the second of 3 5-minute rounds.
Let's see if Ravenscroft can put something together. Good level change by Janeb. Doing the hard work early, wasting no time and getting in on this.
Janeb making no secret of the fact that he's all about the takedowns and ground control in this fight, Josh. And who can blame him at 5'8" and over 200 pounds? He's got the perfect frame.
Yeah, Janeb clearly has a very good, defined set of combinations against the cage here. See what he can do with his single leg.
Trying to drag Ravenscroft to the mat, but Ravenscroft able to establish a dominant position here, Josh. Let's see what he can do with it. Nice elbow to the side of the head.
He's got to get his legs out, though, because he's going to give up the bottom. Here we go. Janeb again finding his way to the top. We expect more of this methodical pace, I feel.
Look of frustration on the face of Ravenscroft there.
Well, Janeb is looking for an arm lock here. He's got the Kimura grip, but the cage is going to help Ravenscroft a little here.
Ravenscroft seemingly happy to just ride this position out.
Yeah, Janeb needs to get around to the head of Ravenscroft to free this arm and exert a bit more pressure. You can finish it from this position, but it's particularly hard and with the cage in the way. It's good defense from Ravenscroft so far, burying that hand on the inside of his own thigh. Can't quite see if he's grabbing his own shorts or not. That is a legal defense for the man on the bottom. Oh, and he's let Janeb. Yeah, he's let Janeb sneak around to the head here. Gable grip from Ravenscroft. There's a few variations on bicep crushes and things you can do to try and release that grip.
Janeb can explode out here. He's been in a very good position to finish this hold. As you said, though, Josh, the cage possibly weighing against him.
Yeah, Ravenscroft's got to get his back to the mat. He does not want to be turned up on his side here. There we go. And he may still be in a bad position, but that arm is going to be a lot more protected now.
You need to work here.
Referee Rich Mitchell calling for action. Oh, Janeb immediately takes the back.
Again, very slow, very methodical. I mean, Ravenscroft's not threatening to explode with an escape anytime soon, which means Janeb doesn't have to really attack, but dropping the hips in now.
Looking for that short choke, Josh.
Yeah, look at the arch he's got in Ravenscroft back. And he's not going to let these hips up anytime soon. 2 minutes left. Wow. Good work from Ravenscroft to scramble back to the turtle, but
a lot of time for Ihab Janeb to work here. And Ihab Janeb just being told by his brother, Ihab Janeb, there's 2 minutes to go, so he knows he's got some time to play with here.
Now Ravenscroft trying to straighten that left leg. What that's going to do is allow him to momentarily free the hook, and then he can circle it back inside and give Janeb a little bit less to latch onto, but not able to on that occasion. I mean, Ravenscroft has got options. If he that hook free, Plenty of things he can do, although admittedly that wrist grip of Janeb is helping him out here too.
Looks like he's got hold of, or he did have hold of Janeb's leg.
Yeah, pretty common wrestling position. Again, here he goes with the weight on the feet more than the hips. He's doing that so he can move a little bit more effectively. Most of the time now, you'll see a guy really sprawl out and bear all his weight on the back of his opponent, try and pin him in place. Trying to get his ride time from that position.
Just under a minute to go here in this round. Referee Rich Mitchell again telling Ihab Janeb that he's gonna have to work. Ravenscroft trying to roll out here.
Oh, looking for the far side armbar, a little sloppy. Still a dominant position for him though. Oh, Ravenscroft's got the legs.
Ravenscroft with a top position here. 30 seconds to go. Ravenscroft got some time here, Josh.
Yeah, he has, but I'd like to see some ground and pound, really.
He's going to have to do something, but he's trying to stay in tight there.
Yeah, Janeb trying to go to deep half here, get his head buried as tight as possible, leave a smaller target as he can, and he takes the back.
Time. Mike Ravenscroft's enemy there at the end of that round, Josh, but some good work from the Englishman.
Yeah, there was, but it was good defense, but just needed a bit more pop in his escapes, and really once Janeb got that top position again, it was just methodically winding down the clock.
And we're going to see some action now from that second round. Here's Janeb.
There were a lot of things he could have done with this Kimura. He had some options, but Ravenscroft eventually turning to put his back on the mat, and it was good work to take the back from Janeb.
Really dominant positional grappling from Ihab Janeb.
I'm amazed he gave up this position with the hips driving through so thoroughly. It really does take the wind out of your opponent.
And a couple of pitter-patter shots there. Not really damaging blows, but enough to keep the fight on the floor where he wanted it.
Stay back for me, over there. Stay back.
And we are about to get our third and final round underway. Ihab Janeb calling for the crowd to make some noise, and they dutifully oblige. Ihab Janeb.
Deep breaths from both of them.
Ihab Janeb in the corner of his brother.
Oh, and you see just a lot less pop on that single or double leg, sorry, but still in on the hips. And a good takedown for the Jordanian.
And you just got the sense there that Ravenscroft might be able to start sprawling out on these takedowns and landing some shots, but
he certainly had the opportunity. I mean, the pace was such that, you know, he had a lot of time to defend that, and I think we're just going to see more of the same from Janeb here.
He's going to have to be staying somewhat busier. He's already been warned numerous times in the previous round by referee Rich Mitchell. Appears to be a little bit busier so far in this round, Josh.
Yeah, looking for Kimura again. Ravenscroft has got to get his arms back. He's also got to turn to face Ihab Janeb here, just getting his back up again. And clearly he's comfortable defending that position, but it's just an unnecessary risk at this stage. Let's see if Janeb can open him up and get the hooks in again.
Explodes back to his feet, there's Ravenscroft.
Well, Ravenscroft grabbed the fence, but thought better of it. Another good takedown for Ihab Janeb. And there's some smiles on the faces of the cornermen of Janeb. And they're starting to think they've got this one in the bag.
Searching for that rear naked choke here is the Jordanian. Got both hooks in, looking to flatten his man out. Snake that arm underneath the throat. Ravenscroft fighting every step of the way though, controlling that wrist.
It'd be nice to see Janeb here really try and get that flattened position again. Get his hands underneath the armpits of Ravenscroft, really drive the hips in, try and put his man flat.
Looking to get that arm under the throat once more.
Well, Ravenscroft's going to try and pull him over the top here, but
Just over 2.5 minutes left in this, our final round.
He just doesn't seem to be worried about letting his neck get attacked. It's very strange. He's got one defense in, clears the hook. Can he turn in?
Ravenscroft turning into his man here. Immediately unloading.
Yeah, looking to neck crank here. Bit of a crossface. But he's Janeb connected again.
Ravenscroft still starting something in the gas tank here, Josh.
I mean, Janeb's having to work for this, but to be honest, the pace has been very relaxed. Looking for Kimura is Ravenscroft.
And again, we have Janeb taking that top position. Just under 2 minutes to go now. And Ihab Janeb riding up the crowd in support of his elder brother.
Show me something.
Referee Rich Mitchell again calling for action. So far, Ihab Janeb has been able to do just enough to prevent this fight from being stood up.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to pin in a crucifix position from this half guard. That's what he's trying to do, but to be honest, he doesn't need to do a whole lot more. This has been his MO for the entire fight. Just keep pressure on Ravenscroft and just work methodically.
Final minute of this light heavyweight contest.
I mean, perhaps not the most thrilling affair.
Sometimes you've just got to do what it takes to win.
Yeah, I mean, it's really exactly what Janeb's doing. I think there's a couple of times he could have gone for something with perhaps a bit more vigor.
Looking for that arm triangle here. It can be very difficult to get with his opponent pressed against the cage. No room to step over into mount or onto the other side.
Needs to improve. Let's go.
Final 30 seconds, and the referee once again asking for an improvement.
Yeah, I mean, this half guard is not particularly tight. Ravenscroft's not fighting for the underhook. This is an easy pass for Ihab Janeb if he wants it, but 10 seconds left, not really a whole lot of need for it now.
And the crowd here voicing their approval. And it wasn't pretty, but it worked.
Fight's over.
And very happy Ihab Janeb. Didn't realise the fight was over. And when it was, he started celebrating with his little brother Ihab Janeb. And credit to Mike Ravenscroft returning to mixed martial arts after many, many years off, a gap of about 8 years since his last fight, and going 3 hard rounds with really a tremendous wrestler and grappler in Ihab Janeb there. Ihab Janeb, beg your pardon. We're going to see some replays as we await our judge's decision. Janeb just applying heavy pressure constantly from the half guard. Ravenscroft doing everything he could to try and create some space. But really just one-way traffic on the ground here, all in favor of Ihab Janeb. We're going to throw this one to Joe Martinez in the cage to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. And all 3 judges score it 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. And still undefeated, Ihab Janeb!
Ihab Janeb being presented to the crowd by his defeated opponent. And he'll join my broadcast colleague Josh Palmer in the center of the cage.
I'm here with our winner, Ihab Janeb. Ihab, your first fight in 3 years and a win. How are you feeling?
Feeling great. It's our pleasure to return to Cage Warrior, the mother of martial art.
Was that how you saw the fight going? Just, you know, control the whole time, full 15 minutes on top position?
Yes, I I knew he's a tough, really tough opponent, and they play also with toughest guys in different countries.
What have you been doing with yourself for the past 3 years? Because you've really been training your brother. Yes. So you haven't stopped training at all, have you?
I didn't stop. I train all my team with my head coaches. I train with them all the time. And I am in 38 years.
It sounds like there's quite a lot of your team in the house here tonight. How is it to win in front of this crowd?
I want to thank Seoul. I really know they will come back to Cage Warrior. بحبكم كلكم، بشكركم، السنتين هدول ما نسيتوني، أشكركم كثير، وهذا الفوز لكم كله. شكرا.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Ihab Janeb!